Today, television, sports, creepy invasions of privacy, Xbox. This is CheckPoint.
Welcome to CheckPoint, or as we're calling it now, Checkpoint 1.
It's episode 102.
Checkpoint 102. That's not the same.
In order to drum up interest for its Kickstarter, Precursor Games' Dyack has taken to YouTube with a painful, plodding, 30-minute long video to refute the claims that Dyack's previous company, the now defunct Silicon Knights, wasted the money Activision gave them for X-Men Destiny on other projects, i.e. the game Precursor is currently trying to kickstart after they bought the assets from Silicon Knights. Shady. Anyhow, according to Dyack, it's Activision's fault that X-Men Destiny was such a pile of crap, not theirs.
Not only did Silicon Knights not divert funds from X-Men Destiny to our other projects, which I can't talk about, we actually put more money into X-Men Destiny than what we were paid. Halfway through the project, I sat down with the executives from Activision, trying to make the project the best it could be, and we talked about how Silicon Knights had spent $2 million more than what we had been paid.
So basically, if you believe Dyack, it means that even with an extra $2 million, his team can't make a good game. I'm sure the game they're trying to kickstart now for merely $1.3 million will be amazing.
The Ouya will have the largest booth at E3 this year if you consider a parking lot a booth, and if you consider across the road being at E3. Ouya is inviting anyone who is developing for the quasi-console to roll on up and show off their games. It's like a tailgate party, which would be awesome if they weren't also trying to be a real professional company. Although, maybe they're onto something. If everyone did that, we could get rid of E3 and turn the whole thing into a country fair. You wouldn't even have to change that much. Many of the booth babes are already wearing Daisy Dukes.
Last week, in a desperate attempt to steal some hype from Microsoft, Sony released this first look of the new PS4. CheckPoint is thrilled to have a developer version of the console for an exclusive hands-on preview. Paul, what can you tell us?
Thanks, Graham. You know, I'd like to tell you all about it, but I can't really see where to plug it in.
Super. Well, keep at it.
Microsoft gathered the gaming press under the big top for a literal media circus to reveal the next generation of Xbox. Spoiler, it was so well received, Sony stock went up.
The console is called the Xbox One, the name meaning a restart, taking it back to square one. While I'm sure Microsoft wants this to be a gritty reboot, everyone online is just calling it the Xbone.
The Xbone is not always online. It does, however, require an internet connection, but it won't drop you out of a single-player game if your net goes down. So it's not always online, just mostly online.
The new Kinect has a larger field of view, can track at least 6 people, can track weight distribution, and even determine your mood and your goddamn pulse by tracking your facial expressions and color. Oh, and you can't turn it off. It is literally watching and listening all the time. And you're paying for this privilege.
All Xbone games will be mandatory installs, which was like everyone's biggest complaint about the PS3. Innovation.
And finally, the Xbone will allow developers to add new achievements to a game without having to release an update. This means that as little as a week after a meme gets to suffocatingly unfunny levels online, you'll see it appear as a Chivo on your Xbone.
Wow, so we have the Xbox One now and we have the PS4? The console wars are really heating up. I can't wait to see what Nintendo brings to the... Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Coming up, Softfly Studios' new Vita game is called Men's Room Mayhem. It's just like flight control for people who really need to pee.